Hello everyone, this is Kenny B and I love Flight Simulator. I've been with Flight Simulator for a long time, in the past, all the older ones, I reckon I've been about 20 years. And I've got a couple of mates and I got really excited when this new Flight Sim was coming out. And I said, mate, you got to get this game. So they've gone out and they love aeroplanes. Anyway, after a week, one of my friends went back to him and I said, so what do you reckon? He goes, you're kidding, mate, aren't you? I said, what are you talking about? He said, how can the hell can I fly this? And he was going to YouTube and checking out different channels. And I said, it's easy, mate. Watch me. Alright? So anyway, we'll do a flight. I'm from Sydney, so I'll go to Sydney. But I want to take off from Richmond. I set as departure. Okay, simple as that. Now, I want to go to Sydney. So I'll click on Sydney and I'll set as arrival. Simple as that. But what I do is I go low altitude airways, and what we have to find out here is where we're actually arriving at in Sydney. So if you zoom in, you can see here it's 34 left. But what I have to do now is I'll go to here and find my approach. ILS 34 left. Okay, simple as that. Now, when you zoom out, you can see the pattern that actually is made for you on the flight plan. Now, what I found compared to the other ones, I mean, I can sit there and teach you how to program FMC, but the beauty with this Microsoft Flight Simulator, it grabs all this information and puts it in the aircraft for you. And I'll show you. So what I'll do is I'll pick an aircraft. Okay, at the moment I've got Air Malta because I'm Maltese, but we'll pick another library. We're in Australia, we'll pick an Australian library. I think it's back here. Oh, lots of libraries. That's another thing too. I mean, it's so simple to add stuff to the flight simulator, not like the old flight sims where you have to go different drawers and literally just drag and drop into the community folder and it's all done for you. Okay, pardon me. Usually I land straight on them now that I want to show someone. Oh, here we go, Virgin Blue. We'll go to that. Go back to the world map. Okay, let's fly. Yeah, it takes a bit to load, but it's worth it. Okay, I'm going to change this to daytime. That's better. Okay, it's daytime. Alright, now I've just jumped into the aeroplane, and this is what I want to say. It is so easy. So the only thing I've got to do is I look at what the control towers told me. Okay, that I've got to maintain 4,000 feet. So usually what I usually do, the first thing I do is come into the cockpit, go to the and set my altitude to 4,000 feet, and I'll engage selected altitude mode. Then I'll click there and I can see that it's put into my display. Okay, that's it. Turn my flight director on. Okay, speed. Okay, I might leave it around about the 220 mark. Okay, turn auto throttle on. Okay, so like I was saying there, when we were making the flight plan in the beginning, rather than punch it all in, you just do what I did in the beginning from point A to point B. Now, basically, all that's put into the computer for you, so you don't have to do nothing. Okay, we'll go on. Okay, flaps are set at 1. Turn parking brake off, and we'll take off. This is Richmond Air Force Base in the western suburbs of Sydney. A few planes there. Alright, let's go. So, I'm using foot pedals too. 80 knots. 140 knots. About 180. Actually, trying to fly now. There we go. Positive rate of climb. Okay, we'll slow it down. And we've just taken off from Richmond Air Force Base. Now, okay, once I get to this position, I acknowledge the handoff. Oh. Okay, engage the autopilot, and that's it. That's it. Nothing else. Okay, the plane's flying by itself. You got your altitude. Now I'll engage this speed. See if it's engaged. Okay, so that's another thing. I'll come down here, throttle. Okay. Okay. Now we've got the speed locked in. Okay, so here we are. The plane is just about to come onto its. Oh, that's another thing I'll show you. Sorry guys, this is my first video, so just be patient with me. I'm trying to do the best to show what I can. Alright, now I can click to here to flight plan. Now this is our flight plan. It's coming up on the screen and we can see how far or close we want it. About there would be great. Alright, now it's heading to, once it gets into the line of where your flight plan is, it'll automatically just correct itself and just the plane will fly by itself. I'll go to external view. In a few moments you should see the plane start to turn to its right. And I love the graphics. I mean, it makes me really sick of people hearing people say that, but yeah, it's great. Alright. Hope they make an improvement in Sydney. Though, I mean, when the sim first came out, there was no Harbour Bridge or Centrepoint Tower. They're the main icons really when you come into Sydney. But luckily, somebody added a few freeware bridges and towers, so we've got that. But yeah, the roads are good to follow, but I don't know. There's got to be a few more landmarks in Sydney. So okay, the plane is just about to come onto its flight plan, and it'll just correct itself. Western Sydney, Prospect Dam. Not quite sure if this is the Northern Road. Now, I'm still learning this flight sim, so I'm finding out for myself how it all works. I've got to do a few modifications with the camera. But here we are, we're on the flight plan at the moment. Come back into the cockpit and I'll show you there. So the plane, we zoom in, and you look at your flight plan, it's following that all the way. And I'll follow it all the way around. So while it's flying by itself, before you get to before landing, that's another section, but it's easy as, and it'll basically fly itself, and you can go out and enjoy the views while it's flying. I mean, all depends what you want to do. If you really want to get really in depth, we can start dark and cold from the beginning and start the plane up and taxi out and take off and do everything properly. But with the new simmers coming in, especially with this flight sim, it's pretty daunting at first. Especially they go, like my mate said, he went to YouTube videos, how to do this, how to do that. He goes, mate, I just want to fly the plane. So I said, well, this is the easiest way. Okay, and yeah, some people just like to be lounge lizards. I mean, even doing it this way, you still put your input in there, like the speed that you're going to, uh, the flaps, positions. Okay, making sure, yeah, still at 2000, so we make the plane go up. Okay, 238, so that's working now. Slow down to 200. And so while I'm mucking around in the cockpit, I'm still looking around at things. So I'm still looking, seeing that my plane's still on there. We're actually going up now, and we should be at going to 200. So basically, that's it. It's flying by itself. So we'll go out and have a look. This is the outskirts of Sydney, Campbelltown. This will be the freeway to go down from Sydney to Melbourne. Oh, sorry, I forgot you were there. Yeah, sometimes you get so immersed in this thing, you just start daydreaming. through the clouds. I'm sorry, I should have really showed you on a nice clear day without the clouds. Being my first flight, but anyway, just showing you how easy it is. And I'm still just outside the plane having the gawk. Sorry, gawk in Aussie is slang for looking.
Approach Virgin 255, 4,000 feet. Virgin 255 approach, continue to Bravo Kilo as planned. Altimeter 29.902. Virgin 255, you are 16 miles southwest. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors ILS runway 34 left approach.
Thank you. Okay, so we've got the clearance. I was telling us actually, not clearance, but present heading, guiding us through. Coming up to the coast here. I say it might be Bulli or can't be Wollongong.
Virgin 255, did you copy?
Yeah, I did.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors ILS runway 34 left approach Virgin 255.
I said I'm still learning this sim, so just trying to find my bearings. I'll have a look inside the cockpit. Go out the window and there's the coast. Sydney Airport's up here somewhere. We're coming up to landing, so we'll play around a little bit inside the aircraft. Now, when we come to land, and this is the other part I was telling you about, you usually round about, you get to about this section here. Zoom this in. I'll slow it right down. At the moment we're doing 200, I'll slow it down to 180. Okay, 180. Now, yeah. Now what we've got is for ILS. We've got this button here called LS. And click on that. Now all these little dots will start to appear on your display. Okay, and what this is the diamond will come across when you're lined up with the runway. And once this other diamond starts dropping, okay, once it gets to right on the center here, you press the approach button and that'll get you onto the glide slope. And you'll see the altimeter start to come down, aiming itself to the runway. But anyway, when we get to that, I'll show you. So, see where we're at. And the plane's still flying itself.
Virgin altitude. Tower on 124.7 Virgin 255.
Okay, the plane's turning, keeping on the flight plan. Okay, as we're getting closer, we'll slow the plane down a tad more. It's 180 and bring it down to 160. We'll drop the whole flaps. Now, it's the diamond I was telling you about. It's coming down. Now, when that gets in the center, you press that approach button. Because we're turning into towards the runway. So it's coming down, coming down. Come on. See that diamond coming down? It's right on that center line. Now I press the approach button. As soon as I hit that, it's caught the glide slope, and you should start to descend. And you can see the altimeter starting to move now. Okay, so we'll have a peep up, see how we're going. And there we go. Runway right in front of us. And the plane's doing it all by itself. So we'll put down the gear. I'll go out and have a look at that happening. So I apologise, my first time on video, just try and show you, and I'm still learning the sim myself. So alright, we can put the gear down. How nice is that? Lights on. Okay, we're all lined up for the runway and we're descending by ourselves. So, like I said, you just sit back and enjoy the view. It's easy as that. And a lot of people like to do that. I mean, even to go to fly in Europe, you want to fly to, say, my native country, Malta, and you want to go to Rome. You know, on the way there you look at the views, and from there you go from Rome to Germany somewhere. And fly like this. I don't mind actually, that's what I'll be doing in the first bit, just to check out some of the views and become a lounge lizard myself. I mean, like I said, you're still doing stuff, so flaps are down in full. Okay, and basically, as I get closer, 2,500. I've got a monitor. I get back inside the plane, find out what I'm doing. Alright, and I'll just see that autopilot. I'm turning the auto throttle off, so now I use a Cytec yoke and Logitech foot pedals. I've got panels as well, but at the moment they don't work. Hopefully some drivers will come out soon from Logitech, get them going. But yeah, I spent a bit of money, but everyone's got a hobby. I suppose I could be at the pub getting pissed. And here we go, beautifully gliding down. Yeah. And we're flying over Kernel. I've delivered here a few times. In my job as a truck driver. Here we go. Beautiful. Look at the engines.
1,000.
Glad these are outside, because at least you can see where you're at. So 150, so alright, we're going to go back in, we're just about to land. So what I'll do, I'll try and slow it down just a tad more. And just get ready to cut that autopilot off.
500.
Okay, the plane's taking you right over the runway. I'm not going to show you this whole view of landing from the outside, only because I've got to set the button for autopilot somewhere and I can disengage it while I'm flying in the outside view. At the moment, here I am.
200.
Coming down. Cut the... Here it is on me now.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20.
Bit of, oh, sorry, not perfect, but yeah, good enough. And we're on the ground. Welcome to Sydney. Well, thanks for watching, guys. This is my first video. Hopefully I'll do a few more. But yeah, this is the easy way. Well, I think it's pretty easy. It's not too hard not to follow. Another thing I found too, if your mouse pointer is on the other, I've got two screens, is in your other screen, your controls don't work. So if you go to move, turn right, and you think, oh, how come I'm not moving? Because your mouse pointer is in the other screen. So as soon as you drag that back in, you've got full control again. But anyway, that's it. See you guys.